more coaching, right? And that's what we were doing before. We were doing those calls, the 1 funnel away challenge. And basically, those are the ones that people didn't realize that there was coaching calls. So we had so much success with that, that Russell basically repurposed his 5-day lead challenge. A lot of you probably saw that when Russell's training was on today. Let's see, let's go here. You'll see in the background of his video, where is Russell's training? There it is, right? Let me just forward a little bit. So you see the 5-day lead challenge back there. I saw some of you asking while he was training, hey, I thought this was your first funnel. What is this about? Well, 5 days lead challenge did not have any help whatsoever. Like literally it was just on your own, right? You did it on your own. That was it. And we had so much success with people actually making it to the 2 Kilometer Club training, and then later on becoming 2 Kilometer Club, recipients, right? Because they had gone through the 1 funnel away challenge, that Russell said, you know what, we should do something live where we can actually have live training with the 5-day lead challenge. So we called that your first funnel. Okay, so now then you understand we're using the 5-day lead challenge training that Russell had before. That's how come it says 5-day lead challenge behind on the videos. But the actual training has changed in that we have a group. We have all of you guys being part of something special, right? Rather than doing it on your own. And you have people actually can support you. And we have a few places to get supported. One of them is coming to these live calls. And if you go over to guides, I'm going to click on that real quick. There's a new section that just started today. You probably haven't seen it. Well, 26 of you have seen it. It's called Consultants Hangout. Okay. And if you click on the image or on the title, you'll go inside and you'll be able to see the big image. And you can actually comment here. So it looks like somebody already did. Let's see. Comment. There we go. So, okay. So Victor, hopefully you're inside of here and we'll talk about this in a second. But this is what you do. Just like Victor did here, you can go ahead and ask questions here. You can ask here 24/7, okay? I know a lot of you are watching this as a replay because you couldn't make it. The time that this live training is on, you can't make it. And you're feeling like left out because, you can't ask questions from the coaches. Well, you can. All you have to do is, again, go to the top of your Facebook group. Now, because I'm on a desktop, it shows it right here. It shows guides. If you're on a mobile device, it will only show a few of these. It won't show them all. What they've done, they put let me close this. Right up here to the top left of your screen on a mobile device, it'll have what we call a sandwich bar. It has like 3 long lines. And if you click on there, it'll open up and it'll give you another menu. And it'll have guides in there. Okay. So that's how you find it if you're on a mobile device. Look for the 3 long lines towards the top left. And once you click on it, you'll be able to find, different things inside of guides, by the way. One of the things that you're going to have is Shane's welcome video, right? I forgot to add my video there, but a lot of you guys saw my video, so I'll add it there a little bit later on. But then you'll also have the recordings of Russell's training. Now, Russell's training just finished. So I'm going to go back to discussions and you'll see what we do with it. There it is, right? I'm going to do is actually added to the guides. So as we're doing this live, you'll be able to see how you can do it if you ever have your own group. But you click on here and you look for the add post to guide. And we're going to add it. All the recordings of Russell's trainings will be here, recording of trainings. And I'm just going to give it that same title and save it. Now it makes it easy for you guys throughout the week to come here and find. Now there's only one today, right? So let's go back over here and I'll show you where it lands. So if I click on guides, you'll be able to see, now Shane's training's there, but now Russell's training is here. And guess what? Every one of the trainings that we're going to do through this, your first funnel, will be added here. So if you are, a few days from now, you want to know what was that training? And he said something back then that I need to know. I forgot what it said. Well, click on it. You'll be able to come back here, go inside the guides area and watch all the recordings. You'll also have that place I told you about where you can ask questions 24/7. And then this consultants calls replays. That's what we're doing right now. So the recording of this training will also be housed inside of guides. So that's going to be like your go-to place. There's 2 places for you that you're going to need to know for sure all the time. It's guides and events. Okay, guides and events. And like I mentioned, on this particular desktop view, it has both of them right here in the bar. And your mobile device, most likely it's going to have that sandwich line, sandwich menu line. That's the three lines that are combined together up here. You click on that and you'll see both guides and events. Now I showed you what was inside of guides. Let me show you events. Most of you got it because you joined this. A lot of you joined this call. Like 28 of you are in here right now. So out of I forget 150 members that are inside of Facebook, there's a lot more people that actually took this up, but they didn't join the Facebook group for one reason or another. But right now there's 150 of you that decided to come inside of Facebook, and there's 20 of you, so almost a third, not quite, about 25% maybe. A little more than 25% of you actually made it to the live call. This is how they got here. So if you were watching this and you're wondering what happened, it's like, I didn't even know, right? All you have to do is come to events and you can actually see this is what's happening right now, right? Now, these calls happen every day at 11 a.m. New York City time. Try to figure that out. When you're doing business online, you have to get good at international time zones, okay? Because you're not going to be doing just business in your country most of the time. A lot of you are. Some of you are not going to care about that. But if you are doing anything that's like training or anything that you can sell, no matter where their people are at, you're going to want to know time zones, right? But New York City time zone, I think this time of the year it might be GMT -4. So some of you are going like, what in the world is GMT? Well, don't worry about any of that. All you have to do is go over to Google, like just let's go to Google, right? And no matter what time zone you're in, you say, what time is it in New York City? Look, it already comes up. And Google will tell you. Alexa will tell you. Siri will tell you, right? Just ask that question. And now that you know it's 11:19 over in New York City, figure out what time it is in your neck of the woods, right? Wherever you live in the world, and figure out how much of a time difference you need to know, okay? So the two things that you need to know is that Russell is on at 10 a.m. New York City time, and these coaching calls are at 11 a.m. New York City time. If you can't make it live, come over to the guides and watch the replay. If you want to be part of the calls, go over to events and come down and look for the future events. And what I tell people, everybody, just click on these going buttons, because that's basically lets Facebook know that you want to go to this event. And what happens is that Facebook on these little bell, if you click on it, it'll tell you, hey, you have an event today. And that's a good, nice reminder, right? But what's a better reminder is to get an email. So you'll want to actually click on the event's title or the picture, and it'll take you to this page, just like I did with me earlier. Oh no, it's taking me to the events tab. What happened there? Let's try to do that again. Tomorrow, right? Gonna click on it, Dante, see more, and there's Dante's link. So you wanted to click on there. And oops, I'm going to tell Dante his link is not working. All right, I'll tell Dante in a little bit. Let's go to the next one, which is, let me go back. I feel like I went to the wrong place. Let me go back enough. There we go. Let's go to Wednesday. Click on Wednesdays. Wednesday, Lee will be here. So let's click on Lee's link. And there's something wrong there too. All right. So I'm gonna have to get them all to look at the links and make sure that they're updated for you guys to register. But it will work by this afternoon. I'm sure that they'll update everything and you'll be able to actually like register for the rest of the calls. All right. I'll bring it up to them. I don't know what happened, but both of them are not working. I didn't even check it out before I started the call. But that's the two things that you want to know: events and guides. Okay. All right, let's go back to this right here. And I want to go through a couple of things. I gave you guys already the link for today's call. And I'm just going to like go over a couple of, setting the expectations of this call, and then a couple of announcements I already made. So I mean, we probably can move forward from that. But the first expectation I want to set is, let's be kind to one another. I don't care if you're inside of Zoom or inside of Facebook, right? This is a business session that we're part of. Let's be professional, right? Don't share negative thoughts. Keep it to yourself, or better yet, when they come to mind, zap them out of your mind, right? Nobody has time for negative thoughts. So provide positive feedback and help each other out. And I say this because, I don't know, social media has allowed a lot of people to be incognito, almost like nobody knows who you are exactly. So you can say whatever you have in your mind. And it's like, man, like it's become like a toxic place. We don't want that here, right? And I think I'm sure everybody here agrees with me that they rather have everybody be positive and things like that. But once in a while, we have to say that because once in a while, we'll get somebody that's just, I don't know, they're in a different world and we don't want that here, right? And yeah, just be positive and let's agree to that. And everybody that agrees with that, just say yes, I agree, right, on the chat, and let everybody else know that you agree with that everybody wants to be in a positive place. Let me know, okay? Yeah, absolutely, right. You agree, Cease? Yeah, positive. Santiago, Jason, yes, yeah, 1,000%. I get it. It's like it's enough, right? we don't need to be there. All right, so let's move forward. I will try to cover as many of your questions as possible. We kind of have a short thing because today I have to show you all around a little more, right? But I do want to open up for Q&A. But keep in mind, like I mentioned, we have these calls every single day, Monday through Friday this week, okay? So you can wait until tomorrow if I don't get to you. But better yet, I just showed you where there's a consultants hangout, right? Inside of the Zoom's guides area. Go ask your question there if I don't get to it today, okay? But I'm going to try to get to everybody's question. Now, Russell mentions about a couple other companies. ClickFunnels is one of them. You're going to hear more about that tomorrow and Wednesday when you actually start building your funnel. And then there's One Pager that he talked about today. They have their own support. So I'm going to give you the way to reach their support right now, okay? I'm going to put it on the chat, and then I'm going to put it over on Facebook. That makes it a lot easier for you guys to get questions answered pretty quickly, right? From those places. So that's there. Let's go back over here, look for the live discussions. And I'm going to put this also on the comments, okay? Awesome. All right, and then let's go back over here. So what happened to this page? I'm going too far forward. I don't know what happened here. Let me try to go back, try to refresh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I knew that I didn't have it open all the way. All right, so it's like hiding that. Well, what am I going to do? Oh, I see. Let me try to do this. Make it, yeah, it's too big. Like I got to click away from this somewhere. There we go. All right, so we have that. Now, I already mentioned this, the 5-day lead challenge. You're going to see that on some of the videos and stuff like that. But it's our textbook. If you were in college, to give you a textbook for that class, right? So this is the textbook, and your first funnel is the class. So make it easy for you guys to follow along with that. I'm going to give you this also. Hopefully you picked that up from Shane's post early in the week. But if you guys like to know what your first funnel roadmap, a lot of you guys would like to see into what we're going to be doing the rest of the week. Now, Russell sort of gave you one on today's one pager. This is another one. Let me click on it so you guys can see it. It looks like this when you land on it. Remember seeing that? So today is the intro day. So Russell gave you pretty much some of this like homework, but the homework is to go look at other, like for other funnels, so you get a good idea of what you want to create. And tomorrow you start creating you actually do create your lead magnet. The next day, you'll actually create your funnel, the follow-up sequence, the emails and things like that you're going to send out. This is going to be a special training just for that on day 4, which is Thursday. Friday, you actually have traffic. So you're going to teach, somebody else is going to, another expert Russell's going to bring in that you're going to love. Rachel will talk to you about traffic and how to get free traffic, which is kind of cool. During the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you're going to get a special weekend bonus training. Russell's going to have a video for you guys. So look for that by email, and also we'll put it here inside the group. Day 8, it's next Monday. You're going to actually get some recordings from all the coaches here, where we're going to teach you how to do different things, like how to build different kinds of lead magnets, how to create your Facebook group, how to look at benchmark stats so you know how your funnel's doing, right? Funnel audibles is some of the things that you want to cover and make sure that everything's working before you go live with a funnel. E-commerce lead funnels is just that, is how to create leads out of your e-commerce sites. And then on day 12, if you got any of you are doing MLM or affiliate marketing, we're going to have special trainings for you on next Friday. And then again, next Saturday, Russell has again another training for you guys, like bonus training. Russell likes to over deliver big time. So yeah, it's packed 2 weeks. This week is when we're going to be building a lot together. Next week, you can actually just watch those videos, and of course, you can ask questions at that time. So it sounds amazing, right? I mean, I love it, Suzanne, because I know when I first started, I didn't have any of this stuff. Like Russell gives you everything that you need, and of course, we have other trainings. I'm going to delete that because it doesn't look like that anymore. Let's see, delete. There we go. All right, and so let's go right to it, right? Today's one pager. Russell gave you this link at the end of the call for you guys to type in. But let me show you something inside the Facebook that I don't know if everybody saw, but when Russell's on, it has 2 steps. It has first, watch this training, right? Step 1, watch Russell's video, which is right there. So, if you watch this video along with Russell this morning, you're done with that. But then there's the steps to download the one pager. Now it looks different here because Facebook is doing something weird when you put that link that Russell puts you at the very end of the video, that link at the bottom there, the 5dayleadchallenge.com/day1. If we give you that link inside of Facebook, Facebook doesn't take you there. I don't know. There's something wrong with Facebook's comments section that doesn't allow that to happen. So we give you the raw link up here. So all you have to do is click on it. It'll take you right there, okay? So if you don't feel like typing it all out, go to the top above the video, above Russell's video, look for that step 2 and be able to download that day's one pager. And that's going to happen every single day, Monday through Friday this week, okay? All right, so this is what Russell has. He has like a little 8-minute video showing you what to do here. It's pretty straightforward. Then you're going to tell him who your dream customer is. He starts with step 1 every single time with who's your dream customer, because it's all about your customer. Nothing about what you have to offer so much as what the customer cares about. And then you try to match that with what you have, right? It's always about the customer. We're going to talk about that a little more in a second, but I wanted you guys to see that that's what that's about. And then what have you seen others use as lead magnets? Now, some of you know your competition, you've been around, you look around and you've seen their ads. Maybe you're on Facebook and you've seen what, let's go to the news feed, right? And you'll see those ads that pop up both over here, right? Or you've seen like Russell's right there, right? ClickFunnels ad right there. See how it says it's sponsored? As you go through, maybe you've seen some of your competitors. Some of you have no idea who your competitors are. You just started, you don't know, right? You haven't done the research yet. So what I tell people is, again, Google is your best friend, not just for the time zone, but you can come here and look for, things that your customer would be looking for. Again, customer centric, remember? So we're talking, let me close a bunch of this stuff because I don't want this to get in the way. There we go. Okay. Well, I'll go. Is this the one that I'm using? Yes. So close that one. All right. So over here, think about your customer. So we're going to get into that in a second. I'm going to do a little bonus training. But when you think about your customer, think about what they care about. So if, I don't know, maybe I'm selling a weight loss program and, maybe some meal replacement shake or something like that. People are not going to look for meal replacement shake. A lot of people look for things like maybe they're looking for it because they're the owner, right? Maybe people do look for that because they know a lot of people use them these days. But a lot of times we search like a business owner, not like a customer that has a problem and is looking for an answer. So most likely, maybe if somebody's taken meal replacement shakes before, maybe they look for that. Maybe that's who you're looking for. That's great. But if somebody's brand like newer and more cold market, they just know that they have a problem, and they know that they can probably they're looking for a fix, then maybe it's like how to lose weight without feeling hungry, right? I look for things like my customer is looking for, right? And then now I look around and it's like, hey, what are the things that are here that maybe somebody's using as a lead magnet, right? And I'll start clicking on all this stuff, right? And the reason you do this now, this turned out to be not great. There's a lot of like posts on different people's blogs and things like that, which is not bad. You might want to go there and take a look at it and see if they actually asked, I agree. Just to see if they have anything. Now, this one is making money by just putting a lot of ads throughout their content. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a lead magnet. So I'm going to go back and click on another one, right? And I'm just going to click on a bunch of these until I find somebody that's actually using lead magnets. Now, there's a little one here, but see, it's an advertising for somebody else. This is Lattice, which is actually more of a business thing. And they're asking, employee development for the new world, right? Nothing to do with weight loss, but that's a lead magnet. It's asking for an email, right? You're looking for that kind of stuff. Now let's go back. It's like let's do that other search that I deleted and see if it leads better. What I'm looking for a lot of times when I'm looking for this, I'm looking for where people are actually spending money for ads. And there's some ads at the top here. I didn't see those when I first saw it. So there's $100 off somebody's Fit Team weight loss sticks in Amazon. This is going to take you right to Amazon to buy it. Nutrisystem. Nutrisystem is a big company. Let's see what they're doing. They click on here and find the best plan. So they're doing a little bit of a like, what do you call these things? It's the tip of my tongue, but basically it's a lead magnet of its own, but you're actually asking them for more information to give them an exact plan. BMI calculator, probably, right? Because it is asking for that. Now, if you have one of these, that would be a great way to find, right? Like I don't know what they're doing here, but if they ask for the email after this, then it was a lead magnet, right? If not, it was just a way to just keep somebody on their website. You want a lead magnet is what you're looking for. So, but you can get ideas like this is an awesome idea, right? Ever wonder what your BMI is? And then you have a way to give them that. That would be an awesome thing to do, right? If you're in a different niche, you're looking for things like this. Okay, you're looking for something that somebody cares about. So in this case, they're saying that they're giving the weight plan for you. So there's not the BMI, and you see that they don't use BMI. One of the things that Russell talks about is like not to use technobabble is what we call it, but it's basically language that your customer might not know, right? And if you're going out there to the world, to the masses, you have to think about it from that point of view, from your perfect customer's point of view. They may not know what BMI is, right? And if that's the case, then use the language that they use. It's like I'm looking to lose weight, so weight loss plan is perfect for what it would talk to me, right? Even though I do know about BMI. Okay, but you see what I mean? They're using the language of the customer. This is the kind of stuff you're learning by going to these places. You're just finding out what other people are doing. All right, but yeah, that's one nice way to do it. And the cool thing about this is that if you do start looking around in Google and Bing and other places and ask questions like the customer does, and you land on those pages, guess what? A lot of those places will retarget you in places like Facebook. So that, and the ads that you do see on the stream here, like if you go back to the homepage here and you start streaming through here, it'll be those places where you landed. That's how come I have like Russell's ad in front of me. It's because I landed on one of his ads, right? And one of his pages, and then he retargeted me inside of Facebook. I'm trying to find another ad. That's how come I'm strolling through here. That looks like it's not an ad. Is that an ad? Yeah, that's a sponsored ad. I have no idea, but that caught my attention. Just seeing a foot dragging 1 inch above the thing, and it looks like it's selling socks. That's hilarious. But see, you'll see these kind of ads later if you go and do your search on Google, because you landed on somewhere that had to do, in this case, I guess I landed on something to do with socks or doing something outdoors. I don't know, but that's a pretty cool ad. Anyway, I'm gonna move forward because I want you guys to. I just wanted to have that little thing that you can do. Okay, that by doing research and answering that second question. I'm sorry. Step 3, he wants you to look at some of the ones he created. So click on these images and it'll take you right to those pages. So click here, and click here, right? The last one down here. So these are 3 different funnels that Russell has created, and they're all lead capture type funnels. So you can go through there, see how he created this one. This has a little pop-up to put the email in, right? This one over here has another headline. It's offering something, and then download the case study, right? And again, you could put your email there. And these are live. He actually is using these. So you can actually, if you want to go through it, go ahead and put your email and you'll get those emails that are part of that series. But remember, each one of these that you join, you're going to get emails, and it's going to might get a little confusing for you to follow what Russell really wants for you to do because each one of these is a different funnel. And normally nobody sees all 3 of these things at one time. You guys are seeing it because Russell's trying to show you how these things work, right? So what I tell people is like, hey, have a test type of email, set up a test email for Gmail or Hotmail, whoever you want, right? For free, and have it so you can join all these different things, and then you'll get those emails and it doesn't mess up with your regular email. That's, another little tidbit that helped me a lot. I actually have an email that I have over 150,000 emails that have not been opened because I opened it just for this kind of stuff. I go there and actually do a little research. I like to see what those people are doing, but I don't want it in my main email. So I don't know if you guys will take me up on that or not, but it's definitely worth not getting tripped up with too many emails. All right, so that's Russell's version. Over here is you looking for different things, and then Russell give you step 3 and 4 are just basically you taking notes for the next few days. You can write your follow-up funnel. Like you might have seen something here that you like, take some notes, right? And launch your funnel. Again, you're not going to launch your funnel tonight. It's places for you to put notes on. Okay. Below that, it's going to show you what I just told you, that I just showed you in that little map. It's basically the same thing. It's just showing you what you're going to be doing the next few days. All right, and that's it. That's that simple for today. It's simple. It's straightforward. That's how it took a long time. There shouldn't be too many questions on how to do this stuff, but you probably guys do have questions. So before I do anything extra, I'm going to stop here, and I'm just going to stop and talk to you guys. All right. First question: does anybody have any questions about today, like what happened today in doing Russell's training? Like a question came up in your mind, can you raise your virtual hand? Look for that raised hand thing. It looks like that, and click on it. Okay. All right, Anthony, let's go ahead. And if you have a question, it's coming to your mind and you're thinking about it, still click on it. If you don't need to talk to me, that's fine too. But Anthony, I'm going to let you talk now. This system doesn't allow you to have the camera, so you don't have to worry about being camera ready or anything like that. But if you are in a really busy area with a lot of background noise, then maybe we can do something different. But if you can, let's talk it out. Let me know what the problem is. You'll need to. Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Fine, thank you. One thing I'm wondering is, should we be attending the 10 o'clock seminars with Russell, or is that for a different group?
No, that's our group. That's definitely our group. That's what I mentioned at the very top of the call. Russell, and actually, let me come back over here. I'll give you guys this in case you missed it. This desktop number 1. So let's go back to the Facebook group. Bring this over here at the very beginning here. All right. So on your first funnel, July 25th, right? If you go under featured, these are the announcements of things that are important. On last week, before we started, we started today, right? So last week there was this training right here from Shane, and he actually goes over all of this on this post. So he talks about it, but also if you read the post, it tells you, okay, at 10 a.m., Russell's going to be on, right? And then he's also going to post an assignment. That's the one pager that you got today, right? Then you're going to hear about the 1 hour drop-in. That's what I'm doing right now, right? And then on week 2, there's extra training that I mentioned earlier in the call. So that's the process that we're going to be taking. And of course, he gave you the roadmap here, so you can click on the roadmap, and it sort of tells you what we're going to be doing every day. But as far as daily, Monday through Friday this week, Russell's on at 10, and we're on right after him, right? You know, at the top of the hour at 11.
Okay.
Right after. Okay.
I think I had trouble just finding where to be for it at 10.
Oh, for 10, you just got to be here. So if you're on a desktop, you just got to be in discussion, and his live pops, just like my live is on right now. His live pops on. Now, if you don't see it at 10, all you have to do, I mentioned that at the top of the hour too, because I was looking for my own live, right? And I had to refresh. So you come to the here, and if you don't see it, refresh the page, and then that'll pop up. It's just something that Facebook happens. If you go to a lot of Facebook lives, you'll notice that if you go to, like, somebody says, hey, I'm going to be live in an hour, and you go there in an hour and you can't find them, it's because you didn't refresh.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you asked, because a lot of people were asking that kind of stuff today. And, you know, I want to make sure that those questions get answered for you, of course, because you're here, but also everybody else that can't be here, right? So
Right.
every one of your questions is helping, you know, dozens of other people too. Thanks, Anthony.
Sure.
All right. Let's see. All right. Anybody else have any questions about today's assignment at all? Let me go ahead and lower that hand. Go ahead and raise your virtual hand real quick. It's like 25 of you, so I don't want to undo all the allow everybody to talk at the same time. Renata, how are you? Hopefully I'm saying that. Renata, right? Am I saying that right?
Can you hear me?
Yes. So
Hi.
hi. So tell me, how can I help you? First of all.
I am absolutely new to this, so I'm gonna have loads of questions. But so far so good. Just gonna start the process, and then I'll go from there. Just to quickly, so we're doing the one pager steps today, and the homework today is step 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well, like I mentioned, 3 and 4 are going to be more of a, let me go back over there. It's going to be more of a place to take notes, not just today, but throughout the challenge. Where's the one pager? There it is. So when you get to 3 and 4, again, you're not going to write your follow-up funnel right now, but if you see things as you're doing research, this is a great place to put, hey, I would like to give away,
all right. Okay.
The things that you're learning. It's just he just gave you a place to put your notes in.
To put notes. Okay, perfect. This is just what I wasn't understanding, those 2 boxes.
Yeah, I know. It's like, how am I going to do that? It's like,
yeah, no, I can.
I remember when I saw first, and it's like, what? And then, but he actually talks about it at the very end. Actually, maybe it isn't. It's actually here when you watch this video.
Yeah, I'll still watch it.
Yeah, that's when he tells you what to do with those 2. I forgot. He doesn't talk about it during the main call. But yeah, the good question, because I had the same question when I first started. It's like, what? It's like he didn't talk about that in the training. But then I had not listened to this video inside the one pager. So glad that you brought it up. And you're good otherwise? Yeah, as far as what you said, that's the perfect thing to do, is like do each day's training. If for some reason any of you get behind, we have 2 weeks, right? And the main part of building the funnel is this week. So, if you get behind, don't worry. Just make sure that you finish the day before, because it builds. Every day builds from the day before. Okay. And so don't try to skip ahead, and don't try to do too much in one day, because it's going to be hard to try to get it up. But we have makeup days. The weekend is going to be completely makeup days, right, for you guys to finish. And you can still ask questions all next week inside of that consultant's hangout. Okay.
Okay. And I assume that at some point we're going to have the introduction to the ClickFunnels app itself. And how
yes. So he's teaching you a little bit how to do research first, so you know what to build and get some ideas in your head. And then tomorrow you're going to build what you're going to be giving away, right? And then the next day is when you actually build how you're going to give it away. Like you build the thing first, and then you build the marketing machine, which is going to be your funnel. So Wednesday. Yeah. And actually you don't have to build it that literally he's going to give you 6 different templates, You just choose one and, basically copy and paste what you're going to be putting together, which is kind of makes it easy for you guys. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. And Sherry, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Excellent. I need some coffee, so I'll have coffee after.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, the same way you need some coffee too.
Coke and tea.
And I haven't been asking where are you from? I should have asked everybody else. It's kind of nice to see that.
Originally from Pennsylvania, but then I moved to Virginia, so now I'm here in Virginia.
Well, my best friends are from Pennsylvania, and my wife, I dragged her away from Virginia. That's where she was born and raised up there, about an hour and a half out of DC. So
interesting. New York was two hours away from me in Pennsylvania, so yeah.
Oh, you way up, yeah. All the way on the other side, because they're from Pittsburgh, so a little bit further away than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but how can I help you today?
Well, I have a business, but it's a specialty, and then they don't really use ClickFunnels and things like that. And I was doing the 5-day challenge last week, trying to walk my way through it, and I guess I got stuck because I don't even know how I would write up a funnel for what I do, and that's where I see the problem.
This is perfect. That's why Russell created your first funnel, so you can have somebody to talk to, right, and bounce ideas from. So let's back up a little bit. Tell me more about your customer. Who you guys are trying to serve? So
I go to nursing home facilities and hospital situations to provide a service. It's PICC lines, midlines, and IV sites. I do that so they can have long-term antibiotics and IV access. Okay, and are you working with the patients, or are you working with the hospitals and clinics and things like that? Yeah, I'm working with the hospitals, but I go in to provide the service for their patients. So if a patient needs 8 weeks of antibiotics, they'll order a PICC line, and then I go in and I place the PICC line for them. Right, but the patient doesn't get to pick you. Right, that's correct. Yeah, that's what I mean. So even though you're doing the service for the patient, they're not your customer. The actual facility is. So this is where I'm trying to get at. So you're doing more business to business versus business to customer, and a lot of people don't see how they can do that and grab more business. We're going to teach you how to do some things like in Facebook groups here, but they're going to be able to be applied to like LinkedIn, right? So there's a couple of things you can do to get the right people's attention, and I don't know who that is. You're going to have to do a little more research. Who decides on, who they're going to bring in, right? How do they know that you guys are even alive, right? Available to come to the facility. So a lot of that, God, tell me if I'm wrong, they're not going to do any automated way to actually like hire you. Like there's not just such a process. Somebody has to be there and talk to somebody and create contracts and things like that, right? Yes, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, I contacted with a pharmacy who had different nursing homes that they were affiliated with or give their drugs to. So when the facilities would call the pharmacy for PICC line placement, they wanted somebody they could collaborate with. So that's how my name got out there. That's perfect. Like I can see that being your dream customer, like the smaller, not the big pharmacies, right? But the hometown pharmacies where people are actually going there all the time, and they're your go-between, right? You probably can they can know, who to tell. Well, if the patient gets that, how do they do it? Tell me a little more about that process. So basically, the pharmacy sends the medications to the nursing homes that they're contracted with. And so when the the nursing homes decide that they need a PICC line or a midline, sometimes they call the pharmacy to find out who they know could come and do that. And so what happens is the pharmacy collaborated with me. to provide that service for these facilities. And I actually have to get a contract with the nursing homes themselves, not contracted with the pharmacy. So when they sign the contract, then I can go in and provide the service. So then I'm on call relatively all the time. Basically, that's how it works.
Okay, so it's not the patient going to the pharmacy to get this done. It's the
Nursing
actual
home, yeah.
the nursing home calling them. Okay, so you're looking for either pharmacy, and there's two different kinds of clientele, but the pharmacy is one, and then the actual nursing home is another. So where I can see something like this working, first of all, I would start publishing as much as you can. Your company should be able to provide something like that, whether they provide it or you hire somebody, right, that can work in the health field, right, and write good articles for you guys. That'll be good for you guys to have. But I'm thinking, can you imagine like being in LinkedIn and being able to advertise to maybe a bunch of people, and you got to figure out who they are inside of the I can't tell you. You'll have to figure it out, or maybe you already know who makes those decisions, right, inside of, let's say, the smaller pharmacies, right? Like maybe that is the pharmacist, the guy that actually runs that department. Try to find groups inside of LinkedIn or inside of Facebook that those people hang out at, and maybe be part of that. That will be free version of training, right? Of marketing. But you can create a lead magnet. I can imagine something like that.
I do provide education too at the nursing home facilities. It's just that it's not my strong suit to want to be in front of people and talk, but I guess that's the way of the future right now. So I got to get out of my comfort zone.
That is, and what happens is that you can actually automate that part, right? Like you can have this, and thousands of different people can actually see it, without you having to go to one at a time and doing that training every single time. And that's another way to do it. It's like offering that training that you do could be a lead magnet. You see how it's valuable, right? And you can actually have a recording of it and actually just let everybody know, hey, would you like to know more about this? Go to my site, go to here, and then you'll have that whole thing automated. You can see how that can actually maybe open up some time for you. I'm not saying that's the only thing that you can do, but I can see that in my business. I try to automate with video the things that I got to do all the time that don't make me money. It's just something that I provide that I sometimes I need the customer to be up to date to a certain degree before we talk again, and I have to do that training myself. And then we can talk business, right? You feel like that about your business?
This here has made me think about things in a whole different light, and I'm still trying to marinate, or like try to grasp the concept and try to see how I can structure it into what I'm doing, because I do think that would help be more successful. The other thing too is because I'm in Virginia, I have no contacts as far as people who do this, because it is a specialty in nursing. Mm-hmm. And like to train somebody to how to do what I do, this is stuff that I am dealing with too. And it had me thinking about like a whole
big enough marketplace. I would think that you can still like find companies that would want to work with you locally while you're doing that. Down the road, I can see this being a bigger business for you if you decide to like do training for other people or make it a franchise of some kind. But or just run bigger businesses, right? But
yeah, right now it's just all me. I'm doing the billing, I'm doing the education, I'm doing the procedures. I'm like running all over the place. I'm like,
yeah. So if in growing pains, I get it. Every time that we grew another employee, I remember those. Because you got to get almost too busy for yourself before you hire somebody, right?
Right. And another thing is they don't like to pay. That's the other thing. Like I just got paid 6 months ago, just this week from December of last year. And that's another thing. And so this is part of another reason why I was looking into this. And
is that insurance companies?
Nope, it's nursing home facilities.
they are paying you to do it for them, and they're way behind. Holy cow! Yeah,
Yeah.
I would build that into my pricing plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, so you're gonna pay 6 months, you're gonna pay more. And if you pay right,
And yeah, and that's part of the reason why I thought I'd check into affiliate marketing, because I kind of want to be able to move forward. And that's another reason why I wasn't sure about doing a funnel for the business. And it almost seems like when you come into this challenge, you have to have some kind of idea in your mind of what you're gonna build your funnel.
it helps, but you have enough. You're like where I was at when I came in. I don't know if you've ever taken the one funnel away challenge. I talked more about it there, but I had a 30-year-old business, a 20-year-old business at the time, and I was like done with it. So I learned this stuff, and it's like I started putting it to my business. Like, oh no, I don't want that anymore, right? Because I started getting leads from. I was like, no, wait a second, I got to play this, and that's what I did. I actually went into affiliate marketing. So you remind me a little bit about myself about that. So, but if you do want to get leads for this business, you can actually centralize your ads, in different places depending on where you do it, where they only be seen, in your state, or maybe even in your county, right, or the cities that you're going to be working in. So that part you can control a little bit if you're going to do paid ads. If you do more just content driven type stuff, more people will see it. You might be able to refer other companies on the road, right? Maybe get paid for leads that your marketing generates if you do more like blogging or videos or things like that, where more people start following you. The big thing that I can see is like I can see like maybe finding a way to advertise to like pharmacies in your state, but your state is huge. I guarantee you're not going to want to go down to Roanoke, right? To do any of it, right? Unless they get paid you very well and upfront and cash that day. No, instead of 6 months.
Right, and I do drive a lot, and I have drove up to Winchester, which I'm in Chester, and it's about 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Winchester out there. I like it closer to the mountains as much as I can. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying though. Like you could create something that's very specific to, like, let's say like a pharmacist, and it's like, are you a pharmacist? Question mark. Do you ever get a request for pick lines? Question mark. Discover the 3 things you should know before you refer somebody, right? And something like that. I don't know what the pain point might be for the pharmacist. I came up with that, right? But if you can come up with a pain point that the pharmacist is having, one, probably finding the good people to refer. It's not something that you're going to be able to find very easily, right? But also, like, what are the problems that they see in referring, right? Or maybe the 3 qualifications that the company that you're referring should have. Don't make a mistake with your reputation, right? Or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that they care about is the reputation. Make sure that they refer the right company. But see, that could be a lead magnet. It's just you're always thinking about the customer. And I didn't get to that training today, and it's actually the top of the hour. You guys are all okay if I hang out for a little bit now? Normally we do this for an hour and we're done, right? But I had a lot to talk about in the beginning, and I'm sure some of you have other questions. But I also wanted to do a little special training. Let me know in the chat. Are you guys good if I go a little over? Let me bring this up. I see a lot of things going over here. Okay, a few of you are okay. If you have to go, that's fine. Like I said, it's going to be recorded. Okay, but if you can hang out, just don't yell at me for over the. All right. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody's okay with that. Good. It looks like a lot of you are. So let me do this. This might help you. It might help a lot of people, right? And coming up with ideas for what the lead magnet's going to be. So let's go back to, let's close that. There we go. So let's go over here. All right. So a lot of times, I try to get people to answer this, to come up with ideas that they might have. And it's like, complete that statement. I help X, your ideal customer. In your case, it's going to be pharmacist or, and who is it in particular inside of a nursing facility that would actually have a contract with you, or like look for people.
So the CEO of the person who owns the company, like I'm contracted with Innovative Healthcare here in Richmond. So the person who owns that signs my contract to service all of his buildings. And right now I have 6, but then I also have a contract with State Hospital and various other, each nursing home almost has a different corporation that's ahead of it. So that's
Right.
how, yeah. So I get them to sign, and then I'm good to service their buildings.
You got to get to the CEO of that company. That's wild.
It's very difficult. Yeah.
So, but you could, if you could get in front of like an ad like that, like very, very specific, I mean, how many times are you going to see that as a CEO of a nursing home, right? And create maybe an ad that says, "Are you a nursing home CEO?" ? It's going to call them out like that, right? It's like, and then nobody else is going to care about that ad except for those people that can actually, but then you got to figure out like the big question that CEO is having is different than the pharmacy that might refer you. You see what I mean? So you want to be very specific to that dream customer. So that's why I say I help X, maybe not for your whole business, but let's talk about this funnel, right? So I help, pharmacists find pick line providers, right? I don't know, not providers, but whatever you call it. What do you call yourself? Nurses, right? I don't know, whatever.
Mobile vascular access service.
Okay, so can you fill this in, you think, with your stuff to come up with ideas?
I probably could, yeah.
But let's start with that, okay? But then, and I'll give you guys some of you that are watching. This is X, the ideal customer, versus Y, the result or the outcome that they're looking for, right? So, I help investors find real estate deals, right? Or I help college students earn extra cash. You see what I mean? And entrepreneurs build funnels. I help homeowners unplug their toilet. I don't know, maybe you're into that. So you see what I mean? It's all about who they are and what the problem is, what the result that they're looking for is, basically. But then I'm going to skip through this because Russell's going to talk about this stuff, but I want to skip through it and just get to the bonus stuff. Where in the world did I put that at? Okay, there. Here's the bonus. There we go. So can you now add? This is where you're going to actually get their attention. I help X get Y without Z. This is their objection. This is their roadblocks. This is their big problem that they see. So, a pharmacist I can see, worrying about their reputation, but it may be something else. I don't know. What else do you think that the pharmacist would worry about if they were going to refer you somebody?
Well, I mean, this pharmacy that contracted with me had another person that was on with them before, and part of the reason why they stopped using her is because she wasn't reliable. So they called for the service, and she never got around to providing the service because she was from Pennsylvania, and driving to Virginia is a long stretch.
Yeah. So you might not want to feel like we're driving 4 or 5 hours. All right. So, but you get it. It's about their pain point, about their objection. And if you can get them over that with this lead magnet, they'll at least give you their email, right? And what you do on the other side of that, we're going to talk about it as we go along during the week, but you're going to have a second page, a thank you page. And Russell is asking you to do it as a one pager, which she'll talk more about to you guys about tomorrow. But I want you to understand that you might not need to do that in your situation. It might be as simple as a little welcome video letting them know who you are, how you can help them, who you're already working with, and then give them a phone number to call you, right, to schedule a time with you. Or a lot of people, what they're doing now is using places like Calendly. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. So you can actually put the times that you're available to take calls. And basically they can schedule themselves in, and they'll tell them either the Zoom, to be part of, or a phone, to call this particular phone number at this particular time. And that way you can actually schedule your time a lot better, with Calendly. But that can be as simple as that. It's like having I help, are you this X, right? Do you need Y, right? And without Z, and the Z with that objection they have of being reliable in this case, right? With those people, that's what's going to get them to want to leave their email to find out what's on the other side.
I appreciate your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Does that make a little more sense when you look at it that way? Okay, good. It's like sometimes we can't picture it for our business. We can talk more about it if you're running out of time now, but hopefully that did help you.
No, I just didn't want to hold anybody else up if they had questions too. I appreciate all the time you take with me. For me, I am trying to, there's other things that I'm interested in too that I'm working on, but I'm just at the building stages of that, as well as with this. I'm just getting to know the whole Russell ClickFunnels thing. And
for affiliates, if somebody else is an affiliate here has questions about that, maybe you'll hear their story and be able to help you with that part of the business, right? But I guarantee you, a lot of people are having problems with their physical business, right? That they're not online or anything, and they're having the same problem. And understanding that you can still create this. It's all about helping that person out, right? And figuring out what that big question they have that you can help with. That's all we're doing. And in this case, it sounds like referring somebody that's responsible, that and then having a place where they can land after that, or maybe even having one or two testimonials on that same page, right? That talk about them below the fold. That might get them to understand, hey, I want to know more about this person. You know what I mean? In your case, can you get testimonials from the people that you're working with?
I might be able to get one. I don't know. It's so hard. It really is. It's I have one person that might give a testimonial. Yeah.
Yeah, and it might not be the CEO. It could be somebody that sees you more often, right, within that company. But
I only met the one time, and then he left. And I'll tell you what, the people change positions all the time. There's always new people coming in, but I just got a contract signed from last year from a different CEO to a new CEO that just took his position as of July 5th. And I didn't know if that was actually going to get signed or what was going to happen there, but they did sign on again. So that was nice. But
yeah, it's amazing. It's like, I know a lot well, I used to be in a business like that, it's like, and it was funny. The people that you work with and your competition changed every 2 years. Actually, with when I was doing the cars, every 6 months there was a new sales manager. It's like, and those are the people that we talked to try to get business from at that level and the dealership level. And so it was unfortunately we did get in really well with a lot of the owners, and then the owners, because whoever the new person came in knew that we knew the owners, it was an easy in for the next person. But it was like always coming in with new people, and it's like that. I think it's just because it's hard to make money with certain businesses, and every so often somebody new comes in because the last person is like, this is all I can do and I can't make it work, so they bring the next person, right? Anyway,
nursing's like that a lot too, where the nurses only stay in a position for about a year and then they rotate out. It's just to get their experience in like a director of nursing position, and then they go. They don't.
Yeah. I don't want to be doing that if I don't have to. I guarantee you. I get it. All right. So hopefully that helped you out with this right now. But if you think about it, it might help you out with the affiliate side of things. We'll talk about that because there's a special funnel that we create for affiliates that is very similar. You still want to offer something that the customer is looking for, like, you're helping them out somehow. But we call them bridge funnels, but it still gets their email before they leave. And basically you're promising them some bonuses if they go buy from your affiliate link.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. I was looking for to be an affiliate to start to try to see how to, until I get, like, I'm into learning how to sell on Amazon. So everything's brand new. And I figured that would probably be the best place to start, so I can figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to be from this moment forward,
Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk more about that. Let me go ahead and take anybody else's question real quick, but then I got to wrap it up. So I'll take one more question. But thanks a lot, and hopefully somebody else saw your stuff, Sherry, and now they're going to be like, they got their mind thinking right on how to do it for themselves too. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And let me do that. So I didn't see any other raised hands. I do see 2 Q&As right here. So Jose says, I have some ideas, nothing built yet. I read it's better. I'm flexible. Where should I start? Jose, I didn't get enough information from you to answer that question. You'll need to let me know more about that. And are you here? Let's see. I don't see Jose anymore. So he left. So Jose, if you're watching this, go ahead and ask that same question, but give me more information about who your customer is and what you're trying to help them with. Okay, inside of the consultants hangout that I talked about at the top of the call. Okay. Thanks, Jennifer, for letting me know that the chat was disabled, and you have some more questions about affiliate marketing, and somebody else raised their hand though. Oh, Jose. Oh, that's how come I couldn't see you, because you raised your hand. So yeah, that was the answer, Jose. So Stefan, let me talk to you very quickly, because I know there's going to be a lot of you that are affiliates. So let's
Hello,
talk.
hi.
Hey, Stefan, how are you?
Hi, good. Nice to meet you. Thanks.
Same here.
I'm currently building a funnel. I'm quite an experienced online marketer, but what I'm struggling with currently is getting affiliates. So what we plan is having like backpacks on our ClickFunnels funnel. And I thought maybe you have an idea, or maybe it's planned, or maybe you have some resources how to find good affiliates for our campaign.
So there's a few different ways that you can do that. So you've already tested this funnel. It's working for you.
We're currently starting with the funnel. So we're building online courses. So we're finishing now the course platform, and we want to start pre-selling quite soon. Yeah.
Okay. To get good affiliates, you're going to have to like run your ads, run your traffic, your own traffic to that. Mm-hmm. And make sure that it's converting, right? And then you can actually talk to them, especially if you're going to get super affiliates. They're going to ask you those questions like, okay, who's converting? Who are you going after? Things like that, so that they know who the dream customer is and who might buy this stuff, right? And then there's somebody already buying. They're not going to do it otherwise. Other affiliates will do anything when people are starting out, right? There's multiple places where you can actually put your funnel in. They're more like a home base for a lot of different funnel builders that want affiliates to promote their stuff. And one of them, well, a couple of them, you probably heard about them already if you've been around. But like ClickBank. Am I sharing the one that says I help X do Y, do Y, get Y without Z? Is that what you guys are seeing? I can't. Let me stop sharing. I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I picked the right one. Number one. Okay. What I wanted to show you this, there's multiple ways to get affiliates, right? One is to use somebody else's that already created a platform for it. So ClickBank, you've heard of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
You can put a funnel, and actually you can build your funnel inside ClickFunnels and connect it with ClickBank.
Oh, okay, great.
Right. And have that, right? Then the other one that I came to mind, depending on what it's for, this is more like where you set courses and things like that. What's the name of it? JVZoo. JVZoo.com, I believe. I haven't used them in a while. But that's another platform where people, you can actually create a funnel, put it through there, and they find you people as far as other people that want to joint ventures with other people like you. They'll go there and promote your stuff. Both of those places will do that. Okay. Another way to do it is the way that Russell did it. So if you go to what's your dream customer, what's your dream car.com, talking about customers all day. So what's your dream customer.com? What's your dream car.com? My goodness. I'll copy it and put it in the chat. I can't seem to say it right. There it goes. So this is Russell's affiliate program for ClickFunnels,
Nice, yeah.
right? And it actually used to have a video that explained everything. What they changed it to was it tells you, what it is, because he's gotten big now. So everybody once in, he doesn't have to explain too much except what he's going to pay. And then he has an application form, which you have this. If you have Backpack, you have this page. You can create this page. Okay. And what you do, you create that page. This is the affiliate, not access. Affiliate access page. That's what they call it. But for somebody that's not an affiliate yet, that's what they see. If they're already an affiliate, it looks different for them, so they can just log in. But if you have this, right, you'll have a link to it. And what you'll do is that you put that on your actual funnels, so that you can actually attract a lot of your own customers that buy from you, may want to also be an affiliate of yours. Does that make sense? So you'll put that inside, and I don't know if does Russell do that anymore? Let's go to ClickFunnels and see. Almost every platform that wants affiliates, like they'll actually put at the very bottom, on the footer, affiliate foot. I don't think he does this anymore. He used to put them down here, products about and help. No, he does down here. See, so that's another way to do it. And the people that are affiliates, they actually look for that kind of stuff. It's like they see a program that they like the funnel that they're in, right? They say, hey, somebody will buy from this, right? And they'll click on that affiliate thing, and again, it'll take them to the same place that I just gave you. Let me put it on the chat. So that's two different platforms and one way to do it. Now the funnel, when you put the Backpack on, you can put videos on there. Like Russell used to have one. Actually, one of the templates for the affiliate area, it's going to have Russell like talking on a video. Okay. And you'll see that, and you can actually do that. And then basically you can explain to them, hey, welcome, this is what we're going to be doing. If you like to know more, you have to apply, and then they just have them fill this out, right? And with Russell, there's follow-up emails and things like that to get people over to the Facebook group where the affiliates hang out, right? So, but that's a good one to, like what Russell was talking about, the funnel hacking. Somebody that's already doing something well, that's one to look at. And then that way he's actually getting, but see, he's in the field like that. I don't know what kind of training you're going to be doing. You might not be doing training, I don't know, to build trains, right? Something that has nothing to do with marketing. So, but you can still have that link in there, because some affiliates that are into building trains, right, might see your thing, and then they'll want to join from there. But if you want to like kickstart something that you're not going to be doing your own marketing, because Russell actually, that's okay. One more thing that Russell does, right? He created a lead magnet for affiliates to attract other affiliates to work with them, right? And it's actually called Affiliate Bootcamp. You've seen that before, right?
No, honestly not.
No? Okay, so affiliatebootcamp.com. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's what it is. Did I type her in right? Yeah. So Russell has this 100 days turn your hobby into a full-time career training that he offers for free as a boot camp. And basically it's just attracting people to work for him, to sell his stuff.
Yeah, that's what we had in mind. We're doing fashion design, so it's not a marketing thing. And the idea was to start with affiliates from the very beginning. So that's some good resources. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you got, I'll put these in here and copy and paste them into the chat. That way, actually, you know what? Instead of chat, because the chat's about to go away, I'm gonna wrap up. So I'm gonna put it over here. So I'm gonna put an affiliate info. I don't know. I'm just gonna do that, and put all the different links. The one to ClickBank, the one to the other one, and the one to Russell's affiliate program.
Is ClickBank integrated with ClickFunnels?
Yes. So there you can actually make it so that you can create the sales over here, and it gets recorded over there too.
Nice. Thanks.
Yep. JV Zoo and the affiliate program. I'm just gonna put the What's Your Dream card there. Go // What's
We even have a YouTube video how to connect ClickBank with ClickFunnels. Perfect, thanks.
you found one already? That's all right.
You've
so-
prepared everything. It's all here.
Cool. And then some of you might be confused a little bit when we're talking about affiliates. We're not talking about you being an affiliate to sell for somebody else. That's a different kind of funnel. We're talking about when you own the company and you want affiliates to sell for you. This is what Stefan's doing. Makes sense,
Yeah.
right? So I just want to make sure that nobody gets confused with that, because a lot of people come here trying to create funnels to actually create leads before they sell through the affiliate program. So that's a little different. All right, guys. I stayed as long as I could. Hopefully everybody got something out of it. Stefan, you're good with what you got?
Perfect. Many thanks, Eli. Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for being here and bringing that up. Again, all kinds of, and like that's the fourth lead magnet that Russell can give you, but that one was very specific for a very specific thing. There's the actual having a training, and he did a full training for those people. That's amazing, right? But that's sometimes what it takes to attract certain markets. It's so competitive that you got to stand out and just go out there and be better than everybody else. And for Russell and trying to attract affiliates, all kinds of affiliate trainings out there. Nobody spent the times most of the time. They just give you some links and they give you some pictures and some headlines, maybe some sales email copy to send out by email, but that's it. And Russell goes all the way out and actually teaches you how to do things. So very, very cool to see that and somebody asking about that. So, all right, guys. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. If you have any questions that we did not get cover, please put those questions. I'm going to share one more time. Desktop one. And I got to go back to Facebook. There it is. Go back to Facebook, go to guides, find this consultants hangout, click on the picture, and then scroll down and click on comments underneath the picture. Okay. Just like Victor did here, but you can see Lee already answered his question, or actually, I guess he needed more information. So he's asking for more information from him, but that's all you need to do. And you can do this 24/7. Normally we can get back to you within 24 hours, most of the time, a lot quicker. Like Russell Lee did that within 3 hours, right? From when the person posted it. So yeah, we have people in different parts of the world, different time zones within this program, but we're not around the world. So we got people in the UK, we have people in 3 different time zones inside of the US. And then, we try to cover everybody from those time zones. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but not too bad, right? And you can actually move forward. All right, guys, thank you very much again. I'll see you guys hopefully in the one funnel away challenge. You'll hear more about that towards the end of the week. You'll also see my training next week. I got 2 different trainings, one on Monday, one on Friday, I think, for you guys next week. And I'll be inside of Consultants Hangout answering questions. Okay. All right. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Recording stopped.